So I've been thinking about this for a while, and I don't know quite how to put it, but I'm gonna try. Um, there's a thing that white people do, um, that I'm starting to kind of see both faces of the coin with. That is such a. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a red flag, but it's definitely like, oh, here, that's where you are, and there's only so much that I can accomplish with you. Um, White people have a way of, um, just trying to live in like the positive vibes world, without giving kind of respect and dignity to how much work things take. And and that can come through in a couple different ways. It comes through in um, so for example, I'm on dating apps trying to meet people, right? And I'm a big gardener and everything. I care a lot about food sustainability. And I'll meet people who get really excited about that because they also care about it, but they also don't know anything. And they just say things like, oh man, yeah, I'd love to just be able to like go out in the woods and survive. And I'm just like, this tells me you're so not equipped. Because like I don't know, I feel like where I am in my learning, there's no more of that. There's no more of that kind of like story time, like fairy tale, and the woods will feed me. There is a place that has stuff growing in it, and you need to be able to identify it. You need to be able to like physically process the foodstuffs for consumption, and you need to do that for around 2,000 calories a day. And yeah, it takes a lot more planning than like, oh, I wish I could just go out. It's so cool. But the thing is, when people are there, they're not really interested in asking questions and going in those directions that would grow their patience, basically, and give them more kind of reverence, I guess, to like, oh, it's actually a lot of work to feed a person. And then I also see this in more spiritual and like, I don't know, sort of like revolution leaning people, because I'm starting to experience some like false starts getting involved with more like social organizations, like social change organizations. And it'll be really good for me to like have people to talk to about that stuff for a while, right? But then, at least in the case of the most recent one, I just bailed because they didn't have anything to offer me, and it was really just going to be me providing what I know about, and it's like I kind of don't have time for that right now. Unfortunately, I would love to. I'd love to be a full-time volunteer. That's the goal. I want to be a crowd-funded person who's a full-time volunteer. I'm working on the Patreon, but with spirituality and with just living better or living in a differently organized way, again, they're like not giving kind of honor and reverence to the work that takes and just like the reality of it. And like I got involved with this one organization, and I think they were low key, hoping to kind of build a commune, like just kind of like an independent organization, like intentional community kind of thing. But like people would like they were trying to build infrastructure where like people could trade skills basically, on like a more of a barter and it takes a village for the village kind of thing. And I really respect that, and that's the direction that I want to go. But everyone's coming in with like their skills that they can offer are like tarot reading, and I'm just like, am I the only one who knows how to grow food? Cool. And it's like, am I the only one who's like, actively working on, my ingrained sexism and misogyny and racism? Am I the only one here doing that? This is an awful white space. The answer, it needs to not just be me. But with spirituality, it's like there's no honor given to the amount of trauma that people need to work through. There's not honor given to how integral to our society treating each other like shit is. Like, you kind of you need to work on that too. You can't just work on like those positive glowing feelings. Like, what about outside of that? Because that's not how most of reality feels right now in this day and age. Um, yeah. I'm also in a place where I'm like actively trying not to be bitter, because I'm starting to be on the slippery slope of going down that well, and I'm trying really hard, but it'll get better.